Yeah, this is Bang Bang Mate Hill. Please press the like button and subscribe. Years ago I was going down to a place called London Transport. I was the box down there, and when I first went in there, there's some good fighters. There's a guy called Garth there, a black guy, mate. I got in the ring with this Garth. I mean, I've had some punches in my life, yeah, but I got in the ring with this guy called Garth, and he was like heavyweight, and this guy could bang, mate. God, he could bang. I mean, if you got hit on the chin, either hand you go, you know. So, me just starting up as an amateur in the gym with him. He's an amateur too, but he's more open class, well, intermediate class really. He can fight anybody, but I mean, he was hard puncher. I mean, a couple of times I got in the ring with him and he shook me up, mate. Big 16-ounce glove shook me up, really hurt me, and he learnt me a lot. He learnt me a lot to bob and weave. You know, he learnt me a hell of a lot. You know, keep my right hand up, keep my left hand up. I mean, he learnt me so much, yeah. So then I progressed to a guy called Tony Williams. Tony Williams is about a light heavyweight, middleweight, something like that. But as it happens, Tony Williams, he could bang. I love Tony Williams, mate. He was a good person to me. He used to be all my fights. It was a good fight. Good to spar with Tony. He learnt me a lot. He learnt me a hell of a lot. Me and him have had quite a few fights together. I mean, me and him boxed for a TV show once, and I'm trying to find out which one it was so I can maybe get a video of it. But it was good, you know what I mean? And we was in the ring for about 3 rounds, just mucking about sparring, and it was good. And I mean, then after that, when I started with, I fought some good fighters. Howard James, yeah, Howard James, he was he was a proper fighter. But Howard James, mate, he was come from America. He come over here, went under a name called Howard James, and as I say, as an amateur, he was knocking everybody out, mate. Everybody he got in the ring, he was knocking out. He wanted to win the ABAs and all that, you know, but I think they sussed him out. He was George Foreman's sparring partner in America. Anyway, but this guy, I mean, I got in the ring with him and he split my eye open, yeah. And this guy could bang. He's another banger, mate. I mean, some of these people that you go back on that can really bang, yeah. And he could bang. I fought a guy called Harry Hurley. He was the tallest heavyweight in Great Britain. I think he was about 6'11". I was with Tony Williams. Tony Williams coming in my corner. The guy could bang, mate. He could hurt. He hurt me a few times, and but in the end, I got into him. I gave him a peeky poo, boom, over the top, knocked him out. That made my name really, and then I was knocking them all out, and before you know where you are, I want to go down the pro gyms, spar with the pros. Bugner, Billy Ed. Billy Ed. I just found out that Billy Ed beat Clifffield twice. And to beat Clifffield, you got to be a good fighter, mate. Billy Ed I sparred with Billy Ed quite a lot, yeah. And Billy Ed hurt me a lot, because he was a southpaw. I wanted to learn about southpaws, and Billy Ed could bang. One good thing, Billy Ed could bang, and he had a good jab, mate. When he said jab you, he should jab your head off. That's how he cut Cliff Fields up. I don't think he stopped Cliff Fields, only with cuts, yeah. But I was like a bit shocked when I heard he beat Cliff Field twice, yeah. But anyway, Bill taught me a lot. Bugner, listen, Bugner hit like a mule, yeah. Left or right hand, he could really bang. I mean, he went out of the way to knock your head off, yeah. So I had to learn what I learned from a lot of people sparring with him. I used it for my defence. I didn't let him have it all his own way. I lasted about 2 rounds, but he was a bit of the handful. I think he's there to fight Clay. I'm not quite sure, but listen, he could bang, mate. He could bang, Joe Bugner, and this guy was entitled to be a world champion. Joe Bugner, without a shadow of a doubt, mate. He could bang. Never got to spar with Bruno. I watched him sparring a few times, exhibitions. I'd love to spar with him because he's another banger. I used to like going to get in the ring with bangers, yeah. But as this happened, when I was spar with Lenny McLean, he was a banger, but he was about 17 stone then. But when I say banger, he was a banger, but couldn't knock you out. You know, he could bang, but he couldn't. Same as Roy. They're bangers, hard bangers, but they couldn't knock you out. You know what I mean? I mean, you can get it on the chin and rock your head. I think the hardest punch I've ever had from them fights was a guy called Lloyd Wolfram. He gave me a concussion. I mean, he could bang this black guy. God, dear me. He gave me a concussion. He's a fantastic banger. I mean, Jimmy Tibbet. When I muck about Jimmy Tibbet used to hit me on the chin a few times and he rocked me, mate. Jimmy Tibbet, he could hit. And him and Cliff to fight in the toilet and to Cliff to knock him out. It must have been a lucky punch to knock Jimmy out. It's a bit over the top, really, but one of the things happened, bad friends, throw a punch, hits him on the chin, or Jimmy might throw a punch, I don't know, might hit Cliff Fields, and Cliff Fields had a granite stone chin. You couldn't hit him, you couldn't knock him out. You know, it was a bit impossible to knock Cliff Fields out. In fact, you know, as you say, you might cut him like Billy Ed did, but to knock him out was virtually impossible. This guy could bang, and he could take a punch. And what might have happened, Jimmy might have hit him on the chin, rocked his fucking head, and come back and knocked Jimmy out. Yeah, but as I've never seen Jimmy get the ump over at the Cliff. I mean, they was always talking together as mates and laughing about, joking. Perhaps Jimmy must have took a liberty with Cliff, and he realised and just made friends with him after that. Yeah, but that's good to do that. The other one, Sid Paddock. Sid Paddock, mate. He was fit. Sid Paddock, mate. He could bang, Sid Paddock. I mean, he was a good pro, Sid. You know what I mean? He fought some good fighters. He fought Gardner. Fought some good fighters, mate. And Sid Paddock, mate, he could bang. He hit me on the chin when I had a fight with him down the Cat Whiskers. Poor bloody hell, mate. 8-ounce gloves. He nearly broke my jaw, mate. I mean, come on. He could hit. Kevin Paddock, good middleweight, blew up to heavyweight. He could fight, I mean, he could fight. He could bang. He's about 24 stone now. I wouldn't like to get banged from him now, you know what I mean? God dear. But he could bang, Kevin Paddock. He was another one, mate. He could, you know, he beat Roy Shaw. He drew Roy Shaw, beat him because he underestimated Roy Shaw. He beat Lenny McLean. He said Lenny McLean wasn't that good. Well, we all know Lenny wasn't that good in the ring, mate. But he was good on the pavement, Len. You know, he was good on the pavement. He could hurt people on the pavement, but in the ring, he wasn't that good. He was a very upright fighter, very easy to hit on the chin. You know, he wasn't bobbing and weaving all the time. He was very easy to get hit on the chin. Johnny Waldron. Do you know what? I've never fought Johnny Waldron all the time. I never fought Lou Yates. Lou Yates, short, stocky guy. I bet he could bang it, Lou Yates. You know? Never sparred with Lou. Never fought Lou. Johnny Waldron, either. But I'd love to have fought them people, you know what I mean? I'd love to get in the ring with bangers. You know, it's crazy. I like getting in the ring with bangers, you know? To see, maybe, I mean, when we was going down the pro gyms, it got to a stage where I used to love getting banged, hit on the face. Love it, you know what I mean? To rock the punches. It was crazy, you know what I mean? Man, seriously, I'm not joking, seriously. Well, I loved it. Yeah, 1 minute. Excuse me. Anyway, this is Bang Bang Right Hill. Please like and subscribe. Bye bye.